And folks, welcome to the Take Over Birthday Bash Draft Special.
Who's TV?
And we're here with myself, Bossy, Ronnie, Mary Beth, and Neville, bringing you a super exciting draft edition of live reality games for the next live reality game contest starting here very soon. My name is Dustyn. I'm one of the podcasters here at Live Reality Games. I kind of help run all this stuff. So first, let's kick it off with one of the production members to explain a little bit about the gameplay. Neville, welcome.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking this time out to, come and listen to us and really be a part of this epic, controversial season. So the Takeover is another brand of on-deck production now. And yeah, somebody's TV's in the background. I feel like it's overcovered.
Do you hear Michelle reading the book? She's reading the book.
Yes.
Michelle, can you speak over some? They can hear you reading the book on the thing.
I was really intrigued. I was like, something about a rabbit or something. Like,
how much now to get out?
Ronnie, we'll just mute you for a moment, okay? While Neville does the intro. Yeah, we got you. Neville, take it away.
All right. So, On Jack Productions has lots of different, games going on, and a big topic of conversation for the past couple years, but especially last year in like the reality game world was about casting, more diverse cast, and it's something that Mayhem has always been doing, and something that we've always been in front of. So I wanted to reboot the Takeover series, which will every season be one marginalized or one common trait between everyone on the cast. So this season we're starting with queer male presenting contestants, and maybe there's a season where there's all females, or there's a season where there's all people who identify as white men, or season with all drag queens, or just every season will be. So people don't feel like they're targeted because of them being a woman, or them being a white man, or them being, gay. Why not put all types of like people into a competition and then see what happens? Do people still find a way to differentiate themselves? Do people still find a way to, use certain things as reasons why they target certain people? So it's just to stir the pot a little bit in the casting world. So that's what we're doing here with the Takeover. Our first season is for Romeo. He's been doing On Jack Productions since its inception. So this season is titled Birthday Bash. And I'm so excited to see what y'all do with this draft, because we have a good mix of players here.
And we're super excited to do this too. So next up on our list of introductions for people watching at home that maybe not are familiar with all of our podcasters here tonight. Bossy, can you tell us who you are and how do you know live reality games?
I'm Bossy, the queen. I rap and I smack bitches that get out of line. But no, I know the reality games from Neville or whatever. I mean, I always liked the little reality shows, so Neville was like, I should play these games, and so I started to play them. I don't play all of them, but I play the ones that make sense. So yeah, and that's about it.
Bossy, on your free time, you're a rapper. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, I've been rapping for a very, very long time. I just did it because I was around like a lot of heterosexual men that was rapping, and I felt like I can do that better and so I just started to do it myself, and I just kept doing it.
Ronnie, you're a familiar face to some people watching at home from something you did in your past. Can you tell us who you are and what brought you here?
I'm Ronnie Talbot, and if you think that guy looks familiar, it's probably because you watched Big Brother 11 on CBS. I was in season 11 of it. I'm here because I know Neville, and I have gotten introduced to this live reality game world, which, by the way, I think it's awesome that this exists. Let me just say that, because as someone who's blessed to have been on Big Brother USA, that is not something that is easily accessible to a lot of people. And I like that this experience is open. And I will tell you, from having played orgs and everything, and Neville, I'm so excited about Mayhem. I'm going to be in Mayhem Space Jam. I am so excited. And I'll tell you my experience. This is just like the real thing. I'm telling you, it is just like the real thing. The same feels, everything. And I am excited.
And last but not least, of course, Mary Beth joins us. Mary Beth, who you are and what brings you here?
Hi, I'm Mary Beth. I have played in 2 LRGs. Both were Neville's, but I have known Neville for a long, 10 years?
Yeah, it's been
Long
going
time.
up
He was one of my first org friends, so I met him that way, and then we kind of saw this really big, cool house, and I was like, oh, let's do this, and then Neville kind of ran with it, so that's how I know him.
Fantastic, and I hear you did pretty well in your last game you played, right?
She's the queen of Mayhem. She's won season 2 of Mayhem.
I was gonna say last game I played.
Final 3. You did.
Hey,
that's not exposed.
I will say she is the social game queen.
Spoiler alert for anyone watching.
That's what I was trying to be like.
Oh, that's what. Oh, oops.
Before we kick off the draft here, we appreciate all the audience so far that's piling up. Feel free to leave your comments. I'll try to pop those on screen as best I can. If you have something to say about a contestant that we have that differs, please let us know. We are totally open to constructive criticism, or we will debate you as best we can. So going forward here at Live Reality Games, don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube, on Facebook, follow Live Reality Games. We have a few things coming up in our current week and our outlook. Just as a little picture of our schedule, we are talking about Jack. He is a Live Reality Games player. He came on the Circle this new season, so we're wishing him the best of luck. We also have Surviving Maine, and of course Survivor Michigan too, one of our biggest ones. So thanks
shout out to Jack too.
Shout out to Jack.
He's been doing a really good job on that show. I remember him from Big Brother Columbus. And I actually told my production when we were casting for Mayhem before season 3 got canceled, I said the only one that I want from that season of Columbus would be Jack. And then whoop,
Jack is Emily, right?
Huh?
Jack is Emily, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen the next 4 episodes, only the first 4.
Neither have I.
I watched most of it, and then now I'm doing this. So I didn't finish.
And then we are partnering with Jordan Kalish from Rob Has a Podcast too. We do special Zoom nights with survivors and such. Reem is the next one coming up to play some trivia. So if you're interested, please contact us. We'll provide you more details. Super fun. You can win prizes and whatnot. Kirk, one of our podcasters and my partner, he was on the last one. He had a blast with Surrey Field. So this one's with Reem. Queen of Exile or Redemption. Queen of Edge of Extinction. I'll get the terminology eventually, folks. So, but most importantly, you are all here to check out the draft and see the players playing in the Take Ovah birthday bash. So we have a little random.org. Myself, Bossy, Ronnie, and Mary Beth will be playing. With the slight change up of the cast, the remaining players will be special and at the end. So let's kick things off. We have a random.org to do the order, just to keep it fair. Let's bring it up on screen. So we have everyone's name. I'm just going to click the randomize button and we'll go from there. And then it looks like Bossy. You'll be first.
What you wanted.
Myself, Ronnie, and then Mary Beth. So congratulations, Bossy. You will be choosing first. Let's bring up that cast list now. So
popping, Bossy.
Bossy, here's our list of contestants. So who do you want to start with?
Well, this is my first draft pick, right? Okay, I want Matt because Matt wins everything.
Oh, okay. Let's find Matt. Bossy got the color of blue. So we'll put Matt in blue. Congratulations.
Okay.
Matt was definitely on my list too, so nice pick. And let's find out a little bit about Matt. Let's open him up here. And let's find out about Matt. Bossy, why did you choose Matt? What's going on here?
Because Matt wins everything. Matt, but see, okay, but Matt plays a very loyal game. He's not shady, but he'll do what he has to do if need be. And he knows how to keep people on his good side to do what he needs them to do. He plays that friend card very well. And so I want a winner on the Queen's team.
I'll do a quick shout out for Matt. Matt was amazing in production for Mayhem Manor. When he was definitely a good contact for me, and definitely was a avid responder too. When I had a question that was going on, Matt was always there for me too. So
yes,
Matt, one of mine.
That is my bestie right there. Matt always is on production. So this is actually his first time being able to play in a live game. This is his live game debut, technically.
So you're saying he's going to have some beginner luck, maybe?
I'm not saying none of that. I'm just here to give quick little blurbs. No opinions. The opinions are for y'all. I gotta remain,
Mary Beth, do you know Matt at all?
I do. I was production with him last year, and then I knew him before that through Neville.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
he
a
was
little
one of my
sad.
picks, so.
Matt was on my list too because the moment I saw his picture, I was like, bold. He seemed very bold with his way he constructed his photo and everything, and I like bold people, so.
All right. Sounds like Bossy got a pick.
Congratulations. All right. I think I am up next. So let's choose the screen here. So my first pick will be eeny, meeny, miny. I'm going to go with Nelly here.
Okay.
So we'll put him in pink for my team here.
Okay.
Let's pull him up and take a little bit closer look at Nelly. Nelly, I have no idea who this person is, but I have a strong feeling. Like looking at his picture, he is all ready to play the game. Looks like he may be playing a different game, maybe Bachelor, perhaps, than Birthday Bash. But he is there. He is like ready to go. He's got his cup. He's got the rose, and that rose is the victory rose, I think. So Nelly, I think you'll bring it home for me. So
okay.
Tell me a little bit about who I picked, people.
So Nelly is brand new to any type of online game community, live game community. He's brand new to all of it. He's actually one of Romeo's really close friends. And he's coming from DC. I've met him before. I've hung out with him before a few times. Sweetheart, always been great. So this will be our first time with each other, an extended period of time. He's really excited though. He's like reposting everything on his page. He's super pumped. So that's the type of energy that really gets me excited. So I think you have a solid pick there.
That might help him out. Neville, you mentioned something about a Patreon going on.
Yes. So everyone under the sound of my voice, sign up for the Patreon. Once you do, you send in any player's name, and that player gets a point. The top 3 players with the most points at the start of the game on Friday will all receive a special game-changing power. So we definitely, first of all, I am humbled by the amount of Patreon signups we got. We launched it and then went out to the club. I was literally in the club like, oh my God! And all today, I've been having to, send out messages and keep this tally because it's going really, really well. I'm really humbled. So thank you, everyone. Make sure you sign up.
All right. Let's see here. I think our next person. Oh, we got a viewer here. Matt wants to say hello, everyone. So, Matt. A question too, Neville. I know you have a lot of stuff to go, but we have a question from the audience here real quick before we get to Ronnie's pick. Stacey wants to know, where can we watch the live feeds if we can?
Yep. So the live feeds, they're going to premiere on Thursday. That's going to be both on the Take Ovah page and Mayhem Manor page. So you'll get to see the contestants move in and all that good stuff. However, when the game starts on Friday, you must be a Patreon. If you're not a patron, you will be removed from the takeover page. So there is a Aunt Jackie Presents the Takeover. Right now it's open to all, but once Friday morning hits, if you're not a patron, you will be removed from that group and then no longer be able to see the game. So you definitely want to get signed up before that happens.
It looks super exciting. I can't wait to watch it as well. So, Ronnie, you are up here. Who are we picking for your team?
All right. My first pick, I hope I don't curse this person, but I believe in them, and it's even though I'm not on the best terms with this person right now, I am picking Josh for mine because I know Josh. I know Josh brings a lot of awesome energy to any competition he's a part of. I know he's very capable, and I cannot wait to see what he does in this game. And I don't want to go into more detail because I don't want to give him a curse or anything. I want him to see what happens.
Solid choice, sir. I think that would be my next pick. So,
Ronnie, I mean, do you want to? What you said you're not on the best terms with? I can't let it go.
Josh and I were in an org, Bigger Brother, and we were in a season. He played a different season than I did originally, but the most recent season was all returning players. And I ended up, Josh and I were working together in the game, but I ended up voting him out rather early in the game because anyone who's played these games knows there comes a point where you're like, I got to do what's best for my game. So, but Josh, love you. Wish you the best.
And Ronnie, you end up winning that game. So
I did end up winning, so it was worth it.
No shade. Mary Beth played with Josh too, Dustyn.
oh, have you? You know, Josh?
I have. Is there vulgarity allowed on here? No, just kidding. Yes, I love Josh. I've played with him and I've been on production with him. We had a little bit of a tiff and then we got through it. I just couldn't let him slide by. So I don't want to say a lot about him, but you know.
I'm surprised by that pick, Ronnie. Good job.
Let's see here. Mary Beth, you are up next. Here we go. If you need a hint, our audience member at home says Kirk is shouting for Dewan. So if you need a little assistance, so.
No. It was between two people, but I'm gonna go with Dewan.
Oh.
All right.
Look at that, Dewan. Mary Beth, team yellow. There we are. And then let's find out a little bit about Dewan. You know Dewan?
I do. I don't want to say a whole lot about his game because I don't want to like throw a bunch of stuff out there, but for people that don't know him, but I think he is very capable of going far in the game, and I think that he's very well-rounded. So I think he'll be a champion.
Dewan was one of the few people that I actually knew from the cast lineup. Dewan is fantastic, and I do wish him the best of luck as well, even though he is not on my team. So, Mary Beth, good pick.
Thank you.
But Dewan, he has played. He's played Mayhem. He's played lots and lots of live games. But Dewan, I'm so happy that he's coming and he's being a part of this. So I'm excited to see him, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do. So that's a solid pick, Mary Beth. I knew it was going to be him or one other person.
Yeah.
Shout out from the audience. Dewan is a fan favorite, it looks like. So, so good choice.
The takeover is taking place in Orlando.
Let's see here. And then Mary Beth, since you were the last one on the list, you get to go back again. We'll go in reverse order. So 2 in a row.
I'm gonna go with Lee Lewis.
Hold on.
Right there.
I have so many players messaging me right now about this draft. They better get in here and make it in the comments.
Everyone.
I'm not doing this with y'all on my phone right now. Okay.
All right, let's find out a little bit about Lee right here. So let's share the screen. All right, looks like Lee is from Lafayette, Louisiana, a Virgo as well. So, Mary Beth, why Lee?
I think that he is very social, but at the same time, I don't know that a lot of people like know him. I know a lot of people know him, but maybe not as much. I don't think I'll have like as big of a target on his back as some people that like maybe a lot of people know. He can be quiet, but he's really loyal. So
Nice.
Yeah, Lee's been around the live game and the online game community for a long time. So
yeah.
he's definitely done Mayhem and stuff. I'm so excited that he's coming, and I'm really excited and interested to see how he plays this game.
Ronnie, you played a few online games. Have you ever ran into Lee by chance
I
in one of
have
these?
not. No,
Oh.
I have not.
Let's see here. We're gonna take it back here. Ronnie, what you got for your? I'll bring up the thing up again. Here's our list.
Okay. All right. Are we ready?
I don't know.
For my second pick, I am going to choose, based solely off of his photo, Anthony.
Okay.
Where is Anthony?
Second row.
There
Right.
we go.
Right below Josh.
All right, let's find out a little bit about Anthony here. Do you know Anthony by chance?
I do not know Anthony, but I will tell you why I picked Anthony and pull up this photo.
Yeah. Let's see here. Right here.
I picked Anthony because I can tell you from experience, a big part of these games is you got to be willing to roll with the punches. And when I saw his photo of, it struck me as someone who might be like, whatever, it is what it is. Let's just do this. And when I see someone like that, I'm like, that's a friend and an ally. So I'm going to pick him. I would align with Anthony, so.
Good reasoning. Bossy, do you know anything about Anthony?
Nope.
You know,
No.
I played with Lee. I played Mayhem 1 with Lee though.
mm-hmm. So yeah, Anthony, this is his first anything too. Like this is his first.
Wild card.
First live game. Yep, this is his first. So I'm interested. I'm really interested to see how he plays as well.
I feel like we have like maybe half returnees or experienced players and like half all new people. That's fantastic.
Yep, that's a great mix. Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, I'm up next. Let's see. Bringing up the list here. My next pick. Let's go. I'm going to go with Glenn here. So, Glenn, let's change it to pink. And then let's learn a little bit about Glenn. So, Glenn, a wild card for me. I have no idea who Glenn is by any means, but I think just based on the picture, I think he's got the facial expression to like win the game, I think. Like that's really what did it to me. Like he is looking like he's like, this is my game. So I'm just saying, even though Romeo is hosting it and everything, I think Glenn is here to own this. So
I love Glenn's facial expression. It's like, it reads so many ways. Like, did that really just happen?
He looks like a nosy bitch. That's what he looks like. But I don't know Glenn. I have not had the opportunity to meet Glenn. So I'll be meeting Glenn for the first time on the trip. But he is very, very good friends with Romeo, and he's excited. You know, he's really excited. He's another one that's active, you know, on the side chat, and I'm really interested to see how competitive he is.
Yeah, as you said, he's watching right now. So, Glenn, thanks for tuning in, and I'm glad you're on my team.
Neville said you look like a nosy bitch.
Wow. So, look, I finally say something like that. It's just the person who's watching, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is the one I don't know. That nosy.
All right. As Matt Hunt called out, Bossy, we didn't get you in enough, I guess. So, Bossy, take it away. This is you got 2 in a row technically. So,
Okay, give
Ooh,
me Kirk and give me Conrad.
No!
Stole my
Ronnie.
pick.
Oh, both of y'all, Ronnie and Mary, got both of y'all picked.
I wanted Conrad.
I wanted Kirk.
I wanted Kirk too.
Oh, you what? All right. Let's see. Let's start with. There's Kirk right there. So, I'll bring Kirk up. All right. Why Kirk there, Bossy?
Because Kirk is lovable and fun. Because y'all don't want to give too much away. I thought y'all was supposed to be giving sex. I mean,
Honestly, I think you had that one prepared. Lovable and fun, short and sweet. You got it.
It definitely sounds like a It sounds like something Kurt might have sent you to say.
nah. I was thinking it though, but nah.
Oh my God, I'm dead. So Mary Beth knows Kirk too. That's
Yeah.
she's
Yes, that was my next pick. I just think that like he said, he's really lovable and fun, and he's just like full of energy and like just very personable. And I would never vote him out, so I don't think anyone else will either.
So this is actually Kurt's making his live game debut with this as well because he's always on production. He's been on production every season of Mayhem. He's on the team for other games as well. So I'm so happy that he was able to carve this time out of his schedule. He's very busy in the ballroom scene and like that. So he was able to carve this section out of his schedule to be able to come and support and to finally play and get competitive. So I'm excited to see him.
Competitive ballroom dancing? Is that what?
So ballroom, not ballroom dancing. Ballroom, like, have you ever seen Pose or Legendary or, when they be voguing and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
That, okay.
That. All right, who's next?
Let's catch up on the comments real quick. Kirk obviously was a big shout out, big fan favorite, rooting for Kirk. Kirk is a teddy bear, so on and so forth. Glenn wanted to clarify that he is a strict gamer, so that's awesome. And yes, Lance had to tune in, not ballroom dancing. I'm sorry. Like up next though, Bossy, I'm sorry. Here's this. Here we have Conrad. Why Conrad?
Because Conrad just wants to play. He's new to this stuff and he just wants to play. So I just want to see how he does. And he's a Capricorn. Dang. Okay.
Yes, that part.
Okay.
Yes.
Was
So
this what you were leaning towards, Ronnie? Capricorns all the way?
Capricorns have a certain type of bold, unafraid energy, and I love that. I'm a Capricorn myself, so I totally feel that.
So Bossy and Mary Beth both actually played Shady Survivor Live with Conrad.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. How did that go?
Like I said, Conrad just wants to play, so I want to see how he does.
But he actually played Shady Survivor Live and Mayhem 3. So this will be his third live game in less than a year. So he hit the ground running with on Jack production events, and we love him. He actually is a huge supporter of me back at home as well, supporting a lot of my events there, and love him. Please go follow him and his con artistry.
Nice. All right. Next. Oh, me. I was looking at the list and was like, who's up next? Let's see here. Let's share the screen because I know who I'm gonna pick next. So next, right in the middle of things as usual. We're gonna go with Lance here. So Lance, a solid pick. arguably one of the kings of live reality games. So some experience there for sure. Where is he? I'm trying to bring up his picture for anyone not familiar, which is probably unlikely. But Lance definitely has the experience. He is showing off some skill in the picture as well. So I think that's maybe intimidating to some people. He can stack 3 cups and hold them. He is ready for an endurance challenge.
Lance is definitely spicy.
And Lance is here in the comments as well. Thanks, Lance. I'm going with you. You're on my team. Congratulations. A Scorpio, a little bit feisty as well. Maybe a lot feisty. So, Lance, you got this for me, okay? Good luck. Anybody else? No Lance?
That was
by
my
chance?
next pick. You guys keep stealing my pick.
I love Lance. Lance is very spicy and explosive.
He's the king. Lance is near and dear to my heart. He's become one of my best friends over these last few years. We now even live together in Laurel. So putting together a game while you're living with somebody, like, but thank God he's a flight attendant, so he's like never home. But we would have meetings scheduled, and he'll pop home, and I'd be like, "So when are you leaving?" But I'm happy he's able to experience the player side of On Deck Productions now again. You know, ever since hopping on production for Mayhem, so I'm glad he's back.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Let's bring up the screen here for Ronnie. Ronnie.
All right.
Oh, you put Lance in pink.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't want to give away my team. Fine.
All right. I'm trying to decide if I want to deviate from my strategy because Bossy took one of my choices. So I'm trying to decide. All right. Yep. I'm going to deviate. Okay. My next pick is going to be Caleb.
It's actually pronounced Caleb.
Caleb. Okay.
You know, you were right. You were right on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Strong start for you, Ronnie.
I'm a teacher, and you know I mispronounced names. So
It
I
looks
apologize,
like it.
Caleb.
But
But yeah, I picked Caleb because Bossy took my Capricorn pick, so I had to get my other Capricorn energy in there.
Yeah, Caleb. This is actually not his first live game. Caleb played my very, very, very first live game about 4 or 5 years ago. It was called Take Ovah Cabin Fever. And he was one of the original cast members, so he's bringing that energy back. And the new revamped, re-imaged On Jack Productions. We weren't doing anything close to what we're doing now. So we came a long way. So I'm happy for him to be able to be here and see the growth.
Well, welcome to Team Ronnie the Rat, Caleb.
My question does go to Caleb. Caleb, why the 2 glasses? Like one's just not enough. Like you have to have 2 and then drink.
Caleb has Caleb has 2 glasses because he has so much scalding hot tea. It takes 2 cups.
There you go. Good job. Ronnie. Good job. In the Urban Dictionary, Ronnie. Scalding hot tea.
All right, Mary Beth taking it home. Let's see here. These will be your 2 final picks of the season. So,
Is there any way you can? I'm in my car because I just got my first COVID dose, vaccine dose. Can you tell me the math because I can't really see it?
Okay. Yeah, yes, Glenn, I agree. That is the second drink. That's what the second glass is for. The first one was gone, so you have to get another one.
So we have Mary, Rocky, Drake, Tay, Michi, Junior, Porcelain, Kareem, Pierre, Laurel, and Gary.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Rocky.
Damn, I wonder Rocky.
Rocky.
All right.
I went with Rocky because, or are you gonna put this picture up?
Yep, I'm gonna throw it up here. Here is Rocky.
They put in the game chat that we're being shady and everybody needs to watch. That's why every player is in here.
Well, too bad they can't vote us out. So.
Oh.
Right. I have the first time I met Rocky was when I played Shady Survivor Live. He was the camera person. He was very laid back, very friendly, very personable. So I think that he will be able to take it far. And I guess he plays orc too. I've never played with him, but
Rocky does a shout out for you, MB. So good choice.
love you.
Bossy, any thoughts on Rocky?
I wanted Rocky because Rocky is going to bring that fire and the drama that I want to see. But Mary Beth stole him. But I love Rocky.
Yes. Like they said, Rocky was actually on production for Shady Survivor Live. And we've also worked together in the past on some things. And he kind of just started to hear me and Romeo talk about online game and live reality games. And he's hopped into the org world, and child, she's all over the org world now. She can't sit down. She in 2-3 games at a time, child. I love it for him, and I'm so happy for him to make his live game debut.
Before we get to your last pick, Mary Beth, a quick shout out to our audience watching at home. Kirk says, OMG, Rocky is playing. Matt's here still saying such a great cast, Neville. And this goes to your production. Like, great casting and everything. Looking forward to it. Kirk is also here, the other Kirk. He says, get excited. Matt still had a nice shout out for Conrad naked. So that's kind of Matt's thing. So... Petey's here as well. So thank you all for watching and keep it going with the comments. This is the last pick for everyone here, folks. So Mary Beth?
I think it's 2 more. I think it's 5.
2 more? I can't do math. I tell you.
No, so you get 1 more after this, Mary. But
Oh, okay.
Yes. 2 more. My bad.
Oh, that's what she was waiting on the list.
Oh, I got it right here. There's the list.
Like I don't remember. My memory sucks. Is Glenn still available? I can't see.
Who?
I should have put these in like order. Glenn is taken. I'm sorry. Glenn is my team. We have Mary, Drake,
the top
Tay.
one in the middle.
Mary.
Mary.
We'll go with Mary.
All right.
Mary with Mary.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at Mary.
So why Mary Beth?
Because of the wonderful name and just looks very laid back and won't like create a tiff and kind of floaterish. So I think he'll kind of go through.
So Mary's one of my newer friends, actually from up in Maryland. We just met like last year, but super fun. His name is actually he goes by his last name, which is Beasley. But the first day he ever came to my house, he had this bag. And every like 10-30 minutes, something else would come out of the bag. He would have like a half a bottle. Then it was like a bottle of Bloody Mary. Then it was like a stapler. You know, it was stuff just coming out of his bag. So my roommate was like, you over there like Mary Poppins. And
love it.
Ever since then, it's stuck. That's how he got the name Mary. And he goes by it now. Like he introduces himself as Mary. He told Brian put Mary on his cast picture. So he always says it's Mary and it's time to get it Poppins.
I love it.
So that's a solid pick.
He better say that during filming too. He needs a catchphrase.
Let's see here, Ronnie.
Okay. All right.
While you're thinking, Josh is in the comments too. Josh, welcome. We chose you earlier, so nice job.
Hi, Joshy.
Hi, Josh. All right. For my team, I need a player who is going to be a social player, and I get the feeling we need Drake for that.
Drake. Do you and anybody know Drake? I'm assuming Neville does, but
I do.
I met him
Okay.
once. I met him. He
Oh.
was in the jury house, babysitting Neville's house when Shady Survivor Live, when I got voted out.
Yep.
Okay.
So Drake was actually the house mother, I would say, or the jury manager for me for Shady Survivor Live. My home was used as the jury house, but of course, I didn't just want, strangers in my house. So, so I said, Drake, can you please this weekend just stay at my house? I'm gonna have a lot of random people there, and I just need some, And he was like, okay. And I heard he was like playing video games with like Conrad and Nade, and just having a blast. So
I made the right choice. Video games, yes.
He definitely got bit by the bug, just being around that energy, and he's been dying to play one. So I'm so glad he gets the opportunity to play this.
I like that little assessment you did too. Trustworthy. I heard that like instantly when you were he was in charge of your house and whatnot. So trustworthy. That's a huge thing in games, I think. Let's see here. All right, we are back to the list here, and I am surprised this person has not gotten picked yet. So I'm gonna pick Kareem right here. So.
Why Kareem, Dustyn?
Kareem, as a fellow Gemini, I hope you represent well. I know Geminis can be a little two-sided sometimes, but that could contribute well to the game. I don't know exactly how this game is devised, and maybe there's a time that you have to be a little tricky and work maybe between two alliances. He's showing off some skill as well. See, he's holding a cup.
I'm seeing a theme here, Dustyn. Everyone's holding the cup.
Yes. I don't know if that was a requirement, but I think everyone got the same memo to do something. And he's like, here it is. So he took it simply. He's able to problem solve. I can see it already. So.
Yeah, so Kareem, will be his live game debut as well. It's actually Romeo's best friend. And Kareem, shout out to Kareem. He's actually a respiratory therapist. So he has been working non-stop and in high demand, going for the last couple of years. So he's finally able to, experience life again, and be able to come out. And I'm so glad he's coming here. And thank you so much for being on the front lines, Kareem.
Thanks, Stacy, for backing my choice. A Gemini wearing a Wildcat shirt. Yes. I don't know what a Wildcat is, but hey, go Wildcats.
I think those are the Wildcats that ballroom dance.
Wildcats. They're like High School Musical, right? They were the Wildcats or something. I have no idea. I've never seen the movie, honestly. Let's see here. So by math, this is the last round, right?
I think math works it out that way.
Math is correct. Okay.
I get two back to back, right?
No, this is the last because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 people left.
Yeah,
and remember the final two.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the final two.
So give me porcelain and I guess Gary. He just needs to be kind of
porcelain.
Wait.
That Gary choice was a little pointed.
I think that's one pick, right? Or you get 2?
No, he gets 2. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
2 because he was the last one in the first one, right?
Yeah, he gets.
That's right. Yeah. Porcelain right here. Drafts are very sporty, and by my Wildcat reference, sports are not my specialty. So, you said porcelain and who? Sorry.
Gary.
Thank you. All right, porcelain. All right, we have porcelain. Thoughts?
Porcelain.
I picked Porcelain because I need a strong-minded player, and I feel like he's going to be strong-minded.
Okay. Porcelain was actually supposed to be at Mayhem Manor 3 back in March, but when it got postponed due to COVID, he wasn't able to make it. And then he wasn't able to make the new dates in November. So this finally, after years of delay, will be his live game debut. So we're excited to finally see him. And then, who was the second one? Gary.
Gary. Let's take a look at Gary here.
Y'all ready for me? I picked Gary because Gary is a good player. Gary just better be playing to win the game. But then again, my team is a nice little team, so even if he don't win the game, somebody on my team can win the game. And that's all I want to say.
Okay. So Gary has played some of my orgs before, but he is not a live game newbie. Gary actually played Survivor New York, I believe, the last season.
Oh.
That is Gary from Survivor New York.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. I don't know. All the episodes out for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything's been out for that.
The winner's out too?
Mm-hmm. Winner's out.
I didn't want to infract and say who won, but yeah. So Gary is definitely not new to this and has been true to it. So I'm so happy that he's finally able to make one of my events, and I'm excited to see how he does.
I'm excited too because I'm actually just finishing up on New York actually. So
you didn't even recognize him?
No, not with the hat and everything. Like
you were like, oh,
yeah. Well, in New York they have to do like 2 nights in like the backyard or something like that. So not quite the same Gary that I'm used to seeing on screen right now in the finale. So.
Well, he doesn't have to worry about sleeping outside in this one. So
yeah. So let's see. Oh, me. All right. Next on my list. Honestly, I was going to go with Gary because he reminded me of a friend here. But so my backup choice. Yeah, here we go. We're going to go with Junior. Junior, congratulations. Welcome to Team Dustyn. So best of luck to you. Let's find out a little bit about Junior. Junior, really, I picked you because you were ready for the party. Like, you're bringing a bottle of something and you have all the cups. So that means you have all the power in the household. Like, nobody can get a drink while it's coming to you. Like,
it is so cute that you said bottle of something because that is definitely Tennessee.
Well, it's like tilt to the side. I didn't know exactly what it was.
But it's just so mostly Hennessy is a very recognizable thing to certain people. So it's just so funny that the people that ballroom dance with the Wildcats are drinking Hennessy.
Yes. Okay. Kirk is backing me up. I'm normally a beer drinker, so thank you. Okay.
Fair.
Besides the White Claws, there are some White Claws in the fridge.
No, this is his live game debut as well. I am so excited to see how he does. He's coming from Charlotte. He's super pumped and excited. So yeah, I'm so glad to. He's actually someone who's hired me a few times to do events for him. So I'm so happy that now he gets to actually come to one of my events.
Stacy, hopefully you can back me up too. Stacy knows that I finished the 6-pack once after getting voted out of Survivor as like my getting voted out. So Stacy, yes, it's beer for me. Ronnie, let's see.
This is my final pick, right?
Your final pick, and then Mary Beth's got the last ones. So
Tay, Pierre, Laurel, and Michi.
All right. For my final addition to the team, for the inevitable moment when all my players decide because they're on Team Ronnie, they don't want to work together, I need someone who's going to bring it all back, and I'm counting on that to be Laurel.
All right.
Ooh. Nice.
All right. The chocolate bunny.
You said the chocolate bunny?
The chocolate bunny. He played my online game called Shady Survivor, Cyber Shady Survivor. And yes, he named himself the chocolate bunny. So ever since then, I just call him chocolate bunny.
I just thought Laurel looks like so much fun, and laughter heals all wounds. So I'm counting on it.
Yeah, I don't know him, but he is a big personality. You definitely will be entertained.
Laurel has played 2 seasons for Mayhem, a super huge supporter of Contact Productions. So I'm so glad that he's coming back, and I can't wait to see how he does.
Yes, Matt. I love it. Matt gets my humor. He knows.
Yeah, he says he loves this pitch.
Yes.
And then Matt did a shout out just for Bossy. He loves your new song, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, let's see here. Taking it back to the screen. Who do we have left? Mary Beth, you have Tay and Pierre. So let's meet these two.
No. It's Tay, Pierre, and Michi. It's going to be 2 left over.
Oh.
Yeah. It's Tay.
Gosh, this math stuff, I tell you. Like. All right.
Let's go with Michi.
Michi.
Why Michi out of those 3?
It's just like my gut instinct, I guess. I don't know any of them, so I was like, what sounds good?
Capricorn, yes.
Michi, this is his first game. I would say out of everyone, I'm really excited to see him. I met him once before. I didn't even know it was him until I had to message him something about the game. I was like, oh my God, I met you before. But he was super sweetheart.
Oh, he's cute too. See, good pick.
Literally, that was my intro for him before I realized I met him before. I was like, he's hot and he doesn't know what's going on. But I'm super excited that he's coming in, and I'm glad he made your team, Mary.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that wraps up our team picks. I'm just sorting the people here. Thank you all for tuning in to everything. We'll do a quick recap after I put some pictures around. So, Neville, remind us, when does this air and how can we watch this?
All right. So right now you can head over to the On Jackie Productions Facebook group, and you can see all the cast pictures there and all the information there, and that will take you over to the On Jackie Productions Presents the Take Ovah. The Take Ovah will be a separate Facebook group where we'll live stream everything, but you must be a patron in order to see the live stream. So please make sure you sign up for the patron before we go live. Thursday will be open for everyone. You'll get to see them move in. You'll get to see them all meet. But Friday, when the game starts, make sure you're a patron so you can keep up with all the action. We have a lot of surprises waiting for everybody. If you've been seeing people in the back, that's my amazing crew. There's Romeo back there. We got Mark over here. Santiago upstairs. Cherry's upstairs. So it's just we're ready. We're so ready. There are 2 people left. Yes.
There are, yes. Let's see here. Our final 2. Let's talk about the final 2 here. So we have. We got Tay. Tay has a cup in his hand already. So.
Yeah. So Tay is from DC. I've met Tay. I love Tay. That's my little nephew. But I'm surprised that he didn't make somebody's team. But I'm so excited to have him on my team because I'll be picking the last 2 people. So I'm excited to have Tay. I'm interested to see how he plays. I think he's a sleeper. So I'm glad to have him as a pick.
I think he's going to get overheated with that jacket. So I was concerned.
Hopefully he doesn't bring it down.
But you do have some medical assistance. You have Mark, head of medical, right?
Yes. Mark is head of medical, yes.
Let's see here. And then our final contestant here, because the final person is going to win the game. Just saying this,
Howard.
Exactly. We have Pierre.
Yes. So Pierre will also be the person on my team. Pierre, I have not met, but he is from Maryland, so I'm happy to finally meet him. He's really close with Romeo. Yeah, I'm interested. I really don't know much. You know, I went on these people's Facebooks to kind of like read up on them, and he was really interesting. Yeah, I don't want to, now that they're my picks, and now I don't want to say. So, yeah, both of my picks suck. I think they should go all the way to the end.
Let's see here. A recap of here. I did a quick shuffle of people just to kind of group them together. We'll start Team Dustyn. We have Nelly, Lance, Kareem, Junior, and Glenn in the pink. Team Bossy, Gary, Kirk, Porcelain, Matt, and Conrad. Team Ronnie, we have Anthony, Drake, Josh, Laurel, and Caleb. And then Team Mary Beth is Mary, Lee, Dewan, Rocky, and Michi.
These are some interesting teams.
Mm.
I think y'all all got a good mix. I think y'all all got a good meal.
Help me out. I think the pink team looks the best. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm biased just a little
I
bit.
think the blue team is still pretty, but I mean, maybe that's just me.
Red is a
You can
power
send me all the
color.
money when I win, okay?
Oh, this is from my. Just later. I want to first of all, I want to thank you, Dustyn, so much for always just being a great resource and a great contact. You know, you threw this together for me. Thank you so much. Bossy, thank you so much for coming on here, especially with you having so much knowledge of a lot of these players. Mary Beth, you know you're the first lady of Mayhem. Thank you so much for coming and always showing up when I call you. And Ronnie, you know I love you. Thank you so much for always saying yes. Like you always. I appreciate you so much. I can't wait for y'all to see everything. It's gonna be a great show.
Team Blue is going to win.
We'll see.
It's hard to say no to Neville.
So Friday, Friday
is.
night. Shut up. So Friday night, I will post we can make a graphic, an update, and see whose players made it to the next day, and we'll see who's doing good. All right.
Okay.
All right. Sounds
Good
good.
luck, everyone.
Thank you,
All
everyone.
right.
And make sure you subscribe to
Thank you.
Live Reality Games, and we'll see you all later.